Hey YouTube, how's it going? So if you saw my last video, you know that I redid the Z timing belt on my P1S, and then I said in the video I'd probably have to redo the AMS PTFE tubes, and it turns out I do. This tube right here has worn mostly through. This printer has about 1,800 print hours if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to check that real quick. It has 1,939 hours on it, so almost a 2,000 hour printer. So that's a lot of hours. And it looks like the PTFE tubes are going bad on here. So let's get into this. I'm going to pull out the wiki, and we'll get right into this. So first thing you're going to have to do, which I already know of, and I'm going to try and position you guys a little bit better here. So bear with me while I try and get a better angle for you guys. Let's go right here. This screw and this screw have to come out. Those are just 2.0 hexes. The only thing you're going to need is an adapter. By adapter, I just mean a long shank 2mm hex head. These are some AMS risers to fit protopasta spools. Don't worry about those. I already have those screws out, so let's pull out the wiki and see what we have to do next. So the first thing we have to do is release the PTFE tube. In order to do that, there's a locking tab on the back of this, like a push connect. You take both fingers, you push it down, and the PTFE tube should pull out of there. There we go. Mine is really old, and maybe now I can show you that damage a little more. You can see it's worn through right there. It hasn't worn all the way through, but it is really close. So I'm sure the internal tubes are looking like that too. Now that that is taken out and these screws have been removed, you should be able to pull this up, and you just kind of have to finagle it a little bit to get it out of the way. You just gotta kind of bend some plastic a little bit, and it just pulls right out. There is a cable connection right there. I'll turn this around a little bit. There's a cable connector right there that you can see. I recommend you be very careful unplugging this. I actually have the stuff to remake these, so I'm not too worried about it. And now the PTFE tubes can just, or the AMS unit itself can just come right out. I'm going to close this, get it out of the way, and then we'll come look at the AMS unit PTFE tubes and get into changing those. And if you're wondering, there is a wiki page, but I watched the YouTube video just on how to release that because I couldn't remember. And by that I mean release the, what you want to call it, the PTFE tube that comes out the back of this. So now we have this PTFE tube here. There's a lot of them actually, not just this one. Is that glue? What is... Yeah, there's glue in that. That's nice. It's gross. It's sticky. So we actually just need to kind of check all these PTFE tubes. This is a push lock here on all of them. And I'm pretty sure I need to pull the AMS motors out the front. These PTFE tubes actually look fine. I'm not seeing any wear through. Oh yeah, there it is, right there on the wear through. But let's flip this back over and get these motors out to pull the PTFE tubes out. All right. Now that the PTFE tubes are somewhat removed, if you actually get up close to these, and I don't know if I can make the camera focus, you can kind of see the wear-through line right there. I'm just going to take and push on the quick lock in there to pull these out. I probably need one of my pry bars to do that. I'll grab this one, and you just push up on the pry bar or on the PTFE tube coupler right there, and you just pull the PTFE tube out. It's going to be kind of hard to show that on camera, but I'll try to do my best. So you push on this right there in the back, and you just pull the PTFE tube out. Of course, you kind of have to do it evenly, is the problem. And there it comes. And I'll give you a close-up of that. So let's see, right there, that black piece is on all of them. You have to push that to release the PTFE tube to pull it out. It might actually just be easier to do it from the top if you have a pry bar tool like this that you can just reach in, push the lock down, pull it out. That is way easier than doing it the other way. Oh, come here, you. Come on. Come out of there. Don't be difficult. There we go. Trying to be as gentle as possible, but man, they definitely don't make it easy to do that. Pop this out, and there we go. There's all 4 PTFE tubes out. Now, I'm just gonna do a quick inspection. This is at basically 2,000 hours. You can see the kind of the travel line of the filament right there in the middle, how it's more worn out. And you can kind of see the diameter of the tube there, how it's worn right there. And I'm sure they all look like that. This one was actually almost all the way through. And same thing on that one. And I'm sure the last one is the same. Yeah, it is definitely close. So now, when you buy your AMS, they actually give you a kit to replace all this. I just have to remember where the damn thing is. So I'm gonna go find that wherever it may be in Narnia, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I found them. They were out in the garage with all the other AMS part kits that I have. I don't know which ones are which. I'm pretty sure that's the long one. This is an extra piece I got for the AMS Lite at some point. And then I have a lot of little PTFE tubes. I have 3 AMSs, so I have tubing kits from each one of them. I'm just gonna toss that over there. So let's get to replacing these little PTFE tubes. I'm just gonna make sure that these all kind of match in size relatively to that. So let's go in here, and all you have to do is push this in, bring it over, and that doesn't look like that one's gonna reach there, so oopie. Let's see, so the longer ones need to go on the outside, and all you have to do is push them into that. It'll lock. A little difficult, this thing likes to move. Make sure you hear the click, right? I'm gonna pull this out of the way. So there's one. Those are all bad ones. Don't get mixed up now. This is the long bad one. This looks like a shorter one, but I can't tell. So I'm just gonna slightly set this in there. These ones on the edge are actually really difficult to see. Yeah, okay, that one can go in there. And then we'll push this there. Beautiful. I should have one more long one like that, and I do. Push that in. Feed it into. Make sure you just avoid the wire. It can be pretty difficult, honestly. Alright, so that's in there. Now I just have one more. Grab this short tube. I'm going to plug it in up here first. Avoid the wires. Be cautious of those. And then we'll pick this back up and we'll set it into its little click in place right here. Now she's in place. And these are the 2 wires that connect back in. Now I'm pretty sure this is my long PTFE tube. So I'm going to... Oh, come on. Is that masking tape? That's stupid. Alright, there we go. And it is in fact fairly identical. It's very close, maybe about an inch shorter, and I think that's fine. So let's throw these away. Keep these good ones inside now, even though both those AMSs are brand new that I have on the other one, so I'm not too worried about them. Let's grab the hub unit itself. Jesus, this stuff is dirty. Oh well. Grab these. They actually do recommend to pull out the rollers here so you don't lose them, but I didn't do that. Just FYI, I didn't pull these out. I just left them there. So obviously reassembly is pretty simple. Set this in like so. Set it in. Make sure you connect these back to the right spot. So this is 485. This says nothing. It'd actually be almost impossible to connect these to the wrong spots because you only have one option. But hey, the human mind is one powerful tool, they say. So these are both connected in now. Be careful with the little 4-prong Molex. It can be a little bit of a pain. It's not a Molex, but a little bit of a pain. Just be careful. And then to do this backwards, you slip these in. You have to kind of push in this PTFE part and it just falls down and clicks. If you're somebody who regularly gets in your AMS, you might not put these screws back. I'm going to put the screws back because I don't regularly do that. So I'll grab these, grab the screws. They're self-tapping plastic screws, so you got to be careful. You don't want to over-tighten these because they'll just strip out and they'll just be kind of screwed. So let's get these, tighten them in. I'm basically just doing everything in the reverse order that I did originally. That one's already a little stripped out. Close this up, turn it around. Let's feed this PTFE tube in there. Still got a little bit of scuffs on there from the tape. And you just slip this in. And then you should kind of hear it click. Make sure it doesn't pull out. Perfect. Now we can take this and reinstall it on the printer. I'm going to put in my little Protopasta guards here. No, don't bark at Blastoise. If you haven't seen that video, you should really go check it out. It was a fun time. No, don't bark at him. All right, I'm gonna go get this installed on the printer, and I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of this process, if there's anything I could have done better, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. So thanks.